Another dominating performance from another team tonight, and they are the Kraken from Seattle, winning this game 3-2, hanging on in the third period. What a game it was from the Kraken. They deserved to win it. Avalanche looked a little slow in this one, but we are going to be getting into Game 5 and the recap between the Seattle Kraken and Colorado Avalanche. Before we do, if you are new to the channel, be sure to hit that subscribe button so you don't miss out on any future content, as well as be sure to hit that like button to help grow the channel. It does help out a ton. But getting into this recap, guys, the Seattle Kraken came out of the gates firing. They were fast. Not a lot of shots in this game, but they definitely dominated, I would say, from start to finish in this one. Avalanche kind of on their heels, definitely missed Cale Makar in this game, and I'd say another game of officiating that was very suspect with some missed calls, some bad calls, but the Kraken able to take full advantage of their situation. Cartier getting his first ever NHL goal, and it comes in the playoffs and was a big one. Geeky getting on the board, Yanni Gourde getting his first of the playoffs, and then McKinnon also chipping in, and then I'd say really a lucky goal from the Avalanche off that double deflection from Rodriguez, and Kraken were able to hold on with that empty net for about 3 minutes, 2.5 minutes worth of empty net time. The Avalanche did have a few chances, but looking at team stats, Eberle 1 assist on the day. No one too crazy standing out. Wenberg had a pretty good game. Bjorkstrand, Yanni Gourde looked very good tonight. Cartier looked very good coming into the lineup for an injured Jared McCann. So interesting to see him in, as well as seeing his performance. Geeky had a very strong game, I thought, as well, for the 11 minutes and 27 seconds of ice time that he got. Matty Beniers played a pretty solid game, even though he was kept off the score sheet. Tanev, very solid, and Schwartz playing great as well. On the back end, Justin Schultz, I thought he played very solid. Larson, 25-30 worth of ice time, 5 hits, 1 block. Alexiak also played very well, was a -1 on the day. Vince Dunn, kind of a quiet night for him offensively, but in the D zone, I thought he was excellent. And then between the pipes, Grubauer was excellent. He made a ton of great saves. Again, not a lot of shots in this game to go for both teams, but he stopped 26 out of 28 for a 929 save percentage. Playing against his old team is definitely a huge motivation, and he showed it tonight, as well as the entire Seattle Kraken. Looking at the Avalanche point-wise, stat line-wise, McKinnon did have a good game, 1-1. He looked very fast out there. But other than that, I thought the Avalanche were a little slow tonight. Didn't look like they had their normal fire. Rantanen, even though he did have an assist, didn't look like himself tonight in my mind. On the back end, Devon Toews played pretty solid, but other than that, no one really stood out for me for the Avalanche in particular. Between the pipes, Georgiev stopped 25 out of 28 for 897. He didn't look anything special tonight with the chances that the Kraken did have. Didn't come up big, and obviously they paid for it. They're down 3-2 in the series with a chance for the Kraken to advance to the second round, which would be pretty interesting to see. But my prediction for the next game, Game 6, back in Seattle, I expect it to be a raucous crowd there at Climate Pledge Arena. I do expect the Avalanche to show up big and find a way to win that game, to send it to Game 7, where all bets are off. Anything could happen. I will expect the Avalanche to win the next game. I'm going to say 4-3 in overtime to, I think, kind of turn the lights out in the series and potentially throw the dagger in the Kraken. But, man, who knows? The Kraken are playing very solid. If they play like they did today, I wouldn't be surprised if they win the series. But, again, I will take the Avalanche in the next game. We'll say 4-3 overtime win for the Avalanche, and expect McKinnon, Rantanen, and I'm going to throw in a sneaky performance. We're going to say from, it's a tough one to say, but I think Cale Makar, coming back from that 1-game suspension, will have maybe 1 and 2 on the day, so it should be interesting. I'm excited to see it for Game 6, but let me know what your guys' thoughts were down below in the comments of game number 5, as well as drop your comments down below for your predictions, X factors, and anything else you want to bring up for Game 6 moving forward in this series. But that's going to be it for this episode. If you guys did enjoy it, be sure to drop a like on this video. But I hope you guys have a good one, and as always, stay dusty.